especially if you're a parent, because this is what's going to go on in every state now. This is starting in New Jersey. Listen to what they're going to start doing. This is from the DCF, the New Jersey Department of Children and Families. The New Jersey Department of Children and Families encourage parents across the state to consider temporary guardianship options for their children in the event that they become ill and incapacitated with the outbreak, the virus that's out there. A message from the New Jersey Department of Children and Families. In the event a child is without a caregiver due to a parent's illness or incapacitation, DCF's Division of Child Protection and Permanency may be called to take custody of your kids, pretty much. The division works to identify appropriate and willing family, friends, or neighbors that can provide short-term guardianship. But these efforts can take time, and the child could be placed in foster care while details and arrangements are made. So if they deem, remember this is a disease now where we don't know how to identify it fully. You can have a cough, and they can tell you that you have it. And guess what? Child services can come and take your child out of your home and put him in foster care, and then say, well, we're working on finding him a home that we see suitable for him. How is it getting to this point? So to assist parents in taking the first steps to develop a plan, DCF created a virus family prep kit instructional detailing the types of items that should be incorporated. The power of attorney form allows families to name individuals that can step in as guardians under very specific conditions. It is a legal document that lays out guidelines for certain actions to take place when a person becomes ill or incapacitated to do it themselves. The power of attorney can allow a temporary guardian to take custody of, care for, and access medical treatment for a manual saying that even if somebody has influenza or pneumonia or shortness of breath, respiratory issues, and dies, that you should put it as this virus on the death certificate. That's not suspicious. And now they're saying with something that you can't prove, that they could just come in and rip your children out of your home and put them in foster care. And we're okay with this as a country? How's everybody out there feeling about this? Are you kidding me? This could be the last straw in the pushback that needs to happen. When will the people realize what they're doing here? I mean, do I have to make a variation of clips to show you the predictive program, how they in this house, which is exactly what they would do, because most foster cares are used to traffic kids anyway. I've covered that a million times in this channel. Daycare, foster care, what happens to the kids? What happens when they go missing? Nobody cares. They're nameless. They're faceless. You know why? Because they're usually involved in ritual sacrifice and abuse and traffic for the rest of their lives. So they can rip a family apart. They could say, well, you know, they can do that without even asking you. They could just go, well, you didn't fill out anything for a caregiver, so it's too late now. You can't say that, you know, Joe Schmo is going to get custody while this is going on. Okay? It's too late. You didn't fill it out. So the state is going to decide where he goes. Where's he going to go? Probably Joe Biden's house, right? Probably James Alifontis is probably top of the list to watch after your kids. Sickening. Absolutely sickening. This is stuff that makes my blood boil. Because of the lack of pushback, they are just going full force with everything. Could you imagine if they came here? Now, I know people who follow this channel have balls. Spit in this cup. Oh, you've got it, and so does he. Oh, but we feel fine. Oh, tough. You're now being taken out and put in a quarantine, and your children are being taken out of the household. And they're going to be raised by foster care in the state. And, you know, we don't know what might happen to you, but you have to be quarantined for a while. Your child could be 3 years old and get taken from you. Could you imagine that? And like I said, I know people go, well, no one's coming to my front door. Well, I feel the same way, right? But you don't think that they're going to use force? And I know people go, well, I'll use force too, right? But it shouldn't even come to something like this. The people should put their middle finger up and say there is no freaking way that if I have a cough or cold that you're taking my child out of my home and throwing me and locking me up somewhere. Not happening. That's what people should be saying. They're not. You know what they're saying? Don't be selfish. Because Kim Kardashian and Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro and Jessica Alba and Justin Timberlake, all of our Lady Barfbag, they're all coming forward and saying, don't be selfish. Alan's telling you, don't be selfish. Whatever they ask you to do, do. Because it's the betterment for all of us. Hashtag we're in this together. You see these idiots that have signs in their lawn, we're in this together, with people holding hands? I think, what planet are you from? We're in this together. In what together? Staying indoors, listening to what our government big brother tells us? And even on top of all that, which I have to cover in another video, is I talked about this 2 weeks ago, the homeschooling, how they're going to use this as a chance to change the whole curriculum of homeschooling and make mandated, homeschooling lessons, right? Well, guess what they just put in? Social distancing classes for young kindergartners, first graders, second graders. They're going to teach them about the virus, so they're going to beat it into their heads. So if this is a test, when it comes back in 10 years, in 2030, as a part of Agenda 2030, and these kids are 10, 15, they're all going to be prepared to go into the FEMA camps, to do what they're told. Because there's going to be no pushback from them like there is from people our age or anyone older who knows that it's crap. So they're teaching them social distancing, mandating it in homeschooling. And the kids are, okay, this is why it's important. Learn how to be 10 feet apart. Learn how to be 10 feet apart. Learn. Beat it in their head. And then it becomes normal. It becomes a normal way of life. I went to the store, which I never do, but I had to get a few things to eat, unfortunately. People looking at you if you're not wearing the mask like you're wearing a bomb strapped to your chest. I'm in the meat section. Somebody's standing behind me 10 feet. I always look over my shoulder. I'm Italian. Always look behind me. Guy's just standing there staring at me. I'm like, what's this guy's problem? This guy got a problem? No, the guy was just waiting for me to move because we were 6 feet apart. So as I moved 2 feet, he moved 2 feet closer. All he wanted to do was to get chicken that was next to me. He could have walked right up and grabbed it. No, but he's complying with the rules. I didn't have a mask on, so that's scary, right? I'm a bad boy, not wearing it. This is the world we're living in. How much more do these people want to take before they push back? Is it going to take them coming to your door and taking your kids? And these idiots will go, it's the right thing to do. They don't even have proper testing to tell you if you even have something that doesn't exist in the first place. They're saying if you cough or you got diarrhea, you have it. Well, guess what? I must have had it my whole life then. Pretty sure I had that every day. I'll go take the diarrhea next. I got it. It's a joke. Keep an eye on this stuff, on these laws that get passed. If you're a parent, don't let them near your kids. Don't let them in your